Shalom, first and foremost, I want to give praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, HaRakha, HaKodash, and double honors to our apostles and elders of Green Millstone who taught us His truth and which rule well. Well, shalom to Yakim that push the word across the four corners of this globe with all truth and sincerity. Ba'Hashem, HaRakha, HaKodash. And pretty much, I just want to get a topic, of, the upcoming, our annual Pasach. I'm saying, and pretty much how, majority of the world is getting ready to celebrate Easter, but Jake don't know that, that the Passover, is literally, this Wednesday, at sundown, according to the lunar moon, every month, is based off the new moon. Every start of the month is based off of the new moon, and not according to this, Gregorian. It's like a Gregorian calendar that Esau has set up, according to time, to read times, in days and weeks and months and years, according to, today's standard of time and shit. That's not the appropriate, the accurate times, man. They pretty much got the whole world believing, in the dead of winter is a new year and shit, oh man, of a new year, it begins in the spring, where the elements survive the dead of the cold, new grass is being sprouted up, the leaves are being revived, the animals come out of hibernation. That's where life is being, sprout back up. But that's another topic. The main point is dealing with this upcoming Pasach, and in the spirit that we should be in, and the same assholes are going going not be in that song spirit, which is supposed to be in, these other camps and shit. They gonna treat it like a party, or they even acknowledge, the Pasach to be, this Wednesday. They gonna have it some other time or whatever. But according to, over here, beginning with the elders and apostles at Great Millstone, which did the time to study and to acknowledge the truth of how us as a nation, we went off the lunar, we went off the moon. The new moon, according for our months and our and our years and whatnot, and it's accurate, man. Because it's how the Lord ordained it, man. The Lord had left us, these things for signs, but yeah, man. This is Deuteronomy chapter 16, verse 1. Observe the month of Abib and keep the Passover unto the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua thy power. For in the month of Abib, the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua thy power brought thee forth out of Egypt by night. Thou shalt therefore sacrifice the Passover unto the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua thy power of the flock and the herd. In the place which the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua shall choose to place his name there. Thou shalt eat no leavened bread with it. 7 days shalt thou eat unleavened bread therewith, even the bread of affliction. For thou camest forth out of the land of Egypt in haste, that thou mayest remember the day when thou camest forth out of the land of Egypt all the days of thy life. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? So, take all the leaven out of your house, all the leavening agents, anything that causes, bread to rise, which is mainly yeast. You got other chemicals that react as also leavening agencies. Agencies that react as leavening agents also. Just get rid of those. Like what else? Put them in your car or whatever. And for 7 days, you just eat unleavened bread. Anything with no yeast in it. Like tortilla chips. If they don't contain yeast in it, or any leaven. You know what I'm saying? Or you can figure it out. Things that to eat that don't require leaven. Once again, I'm saying, I'm gonna get this quick precept. This is Judges chapter 5, verse 11. They that are delivered from the noise of archers in the places of drawing waters, it's dealing with Babylon the Great. There shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. I'm saying they that are delivered from the noise of archers in the place of drawing waters. We deal with the waters, it's dealing with the many people, and the noise of archers, the detonation of the ICBM nuclear missiles. Where is that? Where in prophecy are those missiles destined? To hit in the near future. Over here in Babylon the Great. aka America. So we are over here. We're rehearsing. In fact, it's like I'll keep reading. There shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, even the righteous acts toward the inhabitants of his villages in Israel. So we're going to rehearse the righteous acts accordingly, the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Rehearsing, meaning that, you gonna aim to be perfect, man. You gonna aim to be perfect. You might make a mistake here and there. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? The Lord knows your heart, man. We are in, so-called 2026. Still keeping the ordinance of our heritage, man. Though this was, stripped from us, beaten away from us, stolen from us, hidden from us. To the highest, at the highest degree. Yet the Lord still ordained his elect for them to, gain this knowledge, man. To still gain this truth. For them, to rehearse the righteous acts, man. And there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, even the righteous acts towards the inhabitants of his villages in Israel. So they're reading, they're studying, observing what it is, how our ancient forefathers did it, in spirit and in truth. And they're going to rehearse it in these last days accordingly, man, to the best of their capabilities, man. This is exactly what we're doing. I'm going to get that quick reset. Yeah. is Isaiah 19. Alright, go on. This is Isaiah 19, verse 18. In that day shall 5 cities in the land of Egypt speak the language of Canaan, and swear to the Lord of Yahweh Shemashah hosts, one shall be called the city of destruction. In that day shall there be an altar to the Lord Yahweh Shemashah in the midst of the land of Egypt, and a pillar at the border thereof to the Lord Yahweh Shemashah, and it shall be for a sign and for a witness unto the Lord Yahweh Shemashah of hosts in the land of Egypt, for they shall cry unto the Lord because of the oppressors, and he shall send them a savior, a great one, and he shall deliver them. It talks about, shall 5 cities in the land of Egypt speak the language of Canaan. Every camp that's set up to the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem outside, across Babylon the Great, and even worldwide, is an altar unto the Lord, man. And a pillar, man. They're speaking the ancient, Hebrew, man, like as of the days of old, man. And this is a sign, like it says in verse 20, and it shall be for a sign and for a witness unto the Lord Yahweh Shemashah hosts in the land of Egypt, for they shall cry unto the Lord Yahweh Shemashah because of the oppressors. Is that not what we're doing out there in the highways and byways? Cry unto the Lord because of the oppressors, man. You know what I'm saying? And he shall send them a savior and a great one, and he shall deliver them. Even us, doing the live shows, worldwide, we're crying out to Yahweh Shemashah. Us getting together to, to do the Pasach, it's just still a cry out unto the Lord, man. A cry out unto Yahweh Shemashah, man. Us rehearsing the righteous acts, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemashah, we do it because we want to get delivered from the Lord, man, and get the fuck up out of here, man. That's the main reason, man. But then you got guys that's keeping up a suck for the wrong reasons, man. Just making parties and shit. Going to strip clubs with the, come on, man. Making massive venue parties with their women and children. The Lord told you this is a solemn assembly, man. There was no women and children at the night where the Lord had to, get fucking hemmed up and, betrayed, man. You know what I'm saying? It was no party, man. It was no party, man. But you understand when he said that one of you shall betray me amongst the, the disciples. It was a feeling of dread, man. Like what? Like one of us is ordained to, betray them. The Lord, man. And the Lord already knew the whole time who it was. You understand, the feelings, the emotions and what, went down that night, man. And even the first Passover, man. In ancient Egypt, man. It was a time of swiftness. You had to eat in haste. There was no parties, man. We hear nothing but screams and wailings that night, man. The Reaper coming through, which is the Lord, coming through, taking the firstborn, you know, of all those that didn't have the, you know what I'm saying, the butt up on their door, you know what I'm saying, their doorposts, man. It was nothing but wailing and screams that night, man. You know, you finding your firstborn just dead. You know, yeah, that was, you know, like ain't nothing was you know but yeah, you know. Yeah, you know, we can see in the kingdom. You know what I'm saying, we gonna celebrate. You know what I'm saying, it's a party, man, because that's what we're gonna do, man. In the kingdom, it's gonna be you gonna be known doing nothing but party. Every day is gonna be a party, man. You know, like you read in certain occasions where certain kings of Israel where they had weddings that lasted like what like damn near months long. You know, like you know what I'm saying, like we gonna have plenty of time to party, man. So much time for all that stuff, man. But right now, man, is our focus to get up out of here, man. Not no, partying and bullshit and not acknowledging the Lord accordingly, man. In spirit and truth. You know what I'm saying? Take our fear the Lord, man. But it come, man. And that's pretty much the main points I want to get for the lesson. I was trying to make this too long, so make this quick and brief and short, and just get straight to the point with it. But I pray and hope that you brothers and sisters find satisfying. Until next time, I say shalom.